As you're no doubt aware, recently most of the tech industry has taken a great deal of interest in the OpenAI technology. Here at Knowi has been no different, and we've been looking at how we could best utilize it to provide the most value to our customers. Unlike most, though, the approach that we've taken is to use it in the manner for which it was originally designed, which is as a support tool, rather than relying purely on the output that you get from it. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to create a brand new query here. And within Knowi, we can allow you to connect to any number of different data sources. And for myself, like most people out there, I can't be an expert in all of them. So therefore, if I'm going to pick on something, I'll pick something that's a little less familiar to me, which is Mongo, and I'm going to generate my query from here. If I go over to Editor, I now have an AI assistant to actually help me build the query that I'm looking for. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a generate query. And if I look in sending activity, this is actually what I want to use. And so I'm going to just say I want to select the customer, the record sent, how many were delivered, and how many were opened, and the date from sending activity. And I'm just going to do this where the customer is LinkedIn, for example. Now I'm going to execute this and it'll go away and actually look up the syntax and build that query for me. I've got the option to replace all if I want to do that, or just replace segments of it, or just to copy it if I don't want to overwrite it completely. But I'm just going to do replace all because this is the only one that I've got. And now I can do a preview and it's correct. It's brought back exactly what I was looking for. The next thing I can do is actually ask it to look up some syntax for me. So if I say, how do I limit the data in a Mongo query by date, and then execute, it's going to look this up for me. So once again, I'm using it as an assistant on the side, and it's now giving the details and even giving me some of the syntax that I'm going to use to actually build that, which is excellent. I don't need that at the moment. The other thing it's actually really good at is if I make a mistake in here, let's just take a comma out of this. I can actually ask it to find issues for me. So it's going to take that piece of code and it's going to look at the query and it says, right, okay, you've got a comma missing after the customer. And it's even showing me what the syntax is. So I know exactly how to correct that. The last thing I can then do is do an explain on the query. So it's going to look at the query context and give me some details about it as a language generated version. So those are all the things that we can do as far as helping you build a query. Now, on top of this, we also use OpenAI as a data source as well. So if I create another new query, I'm going to select the OpenAI integration that we've got, and I want to ask it a question. So you can see here we've got the question that we want to ask. So I'm just going to ask, how is the FTSE 100 doing this month? I'm going to preview that. And if I just bring out the text, which is exactly what is returned, it's now showing me the FTSE 100 has been performing well this month. As of April 28th, 2021, the FTSE 100 is up 4.2% for the month. So we've got the text and we've got the information about it. I can now save this into a chart and display this and have this available as part of my dashboard. So I hope this has been a good overview of what Knowi's doing and how we're using OpenAI. If you've got any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll give you a full run through of all the capabilities. Thank you very much.